Howdy folks, Clayton here with HayBoss, and today in this video we're going to show you how to patch a net. So here in front of me I brought a net from our feeder outside. I brought it into the shop, I put it on a table. You will probably be doing this out on your feeder, but I'm going to show you how to patch a net. So we got two different holes here. I got this one hole that's just a single strand, and I'm going to show you how to patch that one. And then I got this big hole here that I let go too long, and the horses worked at it and they kept making it bigger, and I waited too long to patch it. I should have got it when it was just a single strand. That's the important part of these feeders. If you want your net to last as long as possible, take a look at it every time you fill a bale, and if there's a single strand, fix it while you're there. So in your tool tube you'll have zip ties, you'll have side cutters. That's all you'll need in your tool tube to fix single strands. So make sure you jump on it as soon as you see it, and I'm going to show you here now what to do here. So with a single strand, basically what we're going to do is we're just going to cut the tails here. Leave a little bit, maybe leave 3/8 of an inch of tail. We're going to cut it, then use a lighter, or I'm going to use my little torch. And just burn the ends so it doesn't fray. So if you're using a lighter, just be careful you don't start your bale on fire if there's hay in your feeder. Okay, so all you do is you'll take your zip tie, and I'm just gonna go, this is number 2 net, so I know it's 1 3/4. I'm just gonna go about 1 3/4 there from one side of the knot to the opposite side of the other knot, and I'm going to do the same on this side. And what I'm going to try to do is keep my tails on the inside of the feeder so that the horses, goats, or sheep aren't messing with the tails of your zip tie. So these zip ties are available on our website, HayBossFeeders.com. They're just 8-inch zip ties. They're made for the outdoor cold weather, good to -40, and they're 50-pound tensile strength. So basically that's all you got to do. You just put 2 zip ties in, crisscross there, and that's how you patch a single strand break. So now we'll go over to this hole here, this bigger hole, and I'll show you how to, this one's going to take a little bit longer, but I'm going to show you how to repair this one. Okay, so with this one here, you're going to need a net repair panel, and you get that online too at HayBossFeeders.com. Basically looks like this. If you got a number 2 net, you're going to need a number 2 net repair panel, and that's just a chunk of net. It's just a chunk of 2 foot by 2 foot net that we ship out to you, and you'll really only need it on the first net that you patch. After that, you could save this old net and use the rest of this whole net for patching if you want. So what we'll do is we're going to count how many. I want to cut out just a clean square here, so I'm going to count how many squares I need to cut out, and it looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4 that are bad by 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I cut out a 4x4 square, so doing this repair, it's a lot nicer being on a table, or on a flat deck trailer outside, or on the concrete floor if you want. Somewhere flat makes it a little bit easier. Doing it on your feeder is a little bit harder, but it's still doable. Okay, so I cut out. I'm going to need a 1, 2, 3, 4x4 piece of net from my net repair panel. So I'm just going to count. There you go. 4x4 chunk of net. Now I got to burn all the edges. Again, be careful not to start your bale on fire. Okay, I got my 4x4 piece of net. I'm going to lay it in there. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a zip tie on each side of every knot and tighten it right up. So I'll go ahead and do that. Cut the tails. I'm going to make sure all my tails are going to go on the inside of my feeder. And there you have it. Put a zip tie on each side of each knot. Used quite a few zip ties, but zip ties are cheap. And now you got a net that'll last you another couple years here if you keep your eye on it, and every time you see a hole, make sure you patch a hole. Once you're going to notice, you're going to get most of your holes at the bottom. Once you get so many patches at the bottom, and you might get some cables like this one here that got wore out, we're going to replace that cable. And that's usually going to happen at the bottom too. So once you get most of your wear, you went 2 years or 3 years and you got a bunch of patches on the bottom, I'm going to show you how to just flip your net, and then you'll get your top of your net on the bottom of your feeder, and you should get another 2 or 3 years out of it. So that'll be in my next video.